Hey, what's up guys? This is me Shanti and you're watching me on my YouTube channel, The Layerly. About me sharing all of my 2017 beauty favorites with you, and this was a highly requested video again from one of my very long time viewer. Thank you so much Swayam for sharing with me this video request of yours, and I'll be glad to share with you some of my beauty favorites from 2017. If you're watching me in this video for the first time, then thank you so much for taking time out of your day to click on this video and even watch this video. Please may I suggest that you stay till the very end of this video, and if you like what you see, then please do consider subscribing. All that will be needed is for you to click on the subscribe button. That's the red rectangular box right underneath this video. There will be a bell icon next to it just so that you will be updated and notified whenever new uploads are going up on my channel. Please be sure to click on it as well. If you want to know what are my beauty favorites from 2017, then please keep on watching. So often I did not prepare for this video at all. I just decided to come on here, wear some makeup. It's just like one of those days where I feel like makeup is like medicine for me. So let's start off with the face base, shall we? Or shall we start off with some sprays? One that I'm really loving is the UHU Thermal. I'm sorry if I'm butchering the name at all, but this is supposed to hydrate, soothe and protect, and I have already mentioned before how I feel about thermal spring water. They are really good for sensitive, acne-prone skin. The one that I loved using during my confinement period is the Offence thermal spring water, and any so long they are of a thermal spring water type, I feel like they perform kind of similarly on my skin and I like them otherwise, so this has got to be one of it. Okay, so now let's talk about face base. A product that I have been returning repeatedly, even though I've been trying out a lot more face bases in the market for oily skin type. One product that I've been returning back to has got to be the Benefit the Professional Pro Balm. I also like that this product, I can wear this on its own. On days when I'm going to be really busy, I have to run a lot of errands and I don't want to look like my fine lines and wrinkles are on display and might even enlarge pores. I feel like this kind of rescues the day for me. All I have to just apply this all over the areas. In fact, I just wear this all over my face and I feel like it's good to go, and I just fill in my eyebrows. Perhaps if I'm feeling a little bit fancy, I'll just throw on a little bit of mascara and a little bit of a false wing liner just on the outer corners. And yeah, I'm out the door. I really have been liking it, and there has not been yet another face primer that has taken its place in my makeup collection. So if you're someone who has oily skin type and you have trouble with enlarged pores, this has got to be your best friend. So now let's move on to foundation. If you have been watching me, newly watching me since last year, 2017, you probably would be able to guess my favorite foundation has been the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Soft Matte Long Wear Foundation, and I'm in the shade 260. Particularly, I'm not able to put this down because I feel free to recommend this to anyone of any complexion. For sure would be able to find a good match unless it's out of stock in Sephora. This is a win-win. Talking about inclusive brand, Rihanna has really knocked it out of the park for me, so yeah, Fenty, there you go. Moving on to concealing after foundation, I would definitely have to go with my Kat Von D Lock It Concealer. It works similarly quite close to the Urban Decay's foundation that I have been using just before I got my hands on this. I feel like both of them work just about the same and their price range is just about the same. And one thing I have to tell you is that the pigmentation on both the concealers, I actually like them both, but I only have this on hand and I have to have this replaced, and I'm in search for a new concealer in the market. I probably would want to try out the Urban Decay's All Nighter concealer. All I have to do is just apply it wherever I have a little bit of hyperpigmentation because I have oily skin type and I do battle with acne now and then during that time of the month. This has been a lifesaver. I just put it a tiny little bit and blend it out with my fingertips, or just go on top of it with a small detail buffing brush. You don't need too much of the product because the pigmentation is bomb. For color correcting, I don't have a favorite as of now, and I will keep you posted when I do come across something that I cannot go back home without it. So keep in touch. The same goes to a overall face powder. I don't have a favorite, something that has really wowed me. I'm sharing the favorites in accordance to how I actually put my makeup on. So when I talk about putting face powder, the next I would move on to is doing my eyebrows, and my favorite eyebrow pencil has got to be the NYX Micro Brow Auto Pencil that has that spoolie on one end and the product on the other end. By far, I feel like that's really good, especially when you want to have like a really nicely defined eyebrow. It gets the job done. Powders work fine too, but I feel like I can get a little bit sloppy with it if I'm not really paying attention. Perhaps I need a 5 times magnifying mirror, because if I'm working from a distance, I feel like it looks okay when I go out under the sun or when I meet a few people. And then I realized that I have been quite sloppy with the placement of the powder. If you're someone who is always in a hurry to go get somewhere, do a lot of things, running errands and running between meetings, I would definitely recommend that you go for the micro brow pencil. Like the name suggests, it can get really nicely defined, feathery looking eyebrows. MAC's Paint Pot in Soft Ochre was a new addition to my makeup collection, which I got at the MAC's launch of their Kabuki line of products last year, and I have been really loving this eyelid primer. This has a more creamier texture to it, and I feel like it gives you a little bit more time to play around with the placement and setting it down with a face powder. So now that we've spoken about eyelid priming, obviously the next one has got to be eyeshadows, and another product that I have trouble putting it down has got to be my Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. Also a recent purchase, I want to say about 2 years ago, and I have been loving it. It's only a recent time, maybe perhaps somewhere about last year, I've been playing around with the second portion of this eyeshadow palette. Originally, just been sticking to this part of the eyeshadow collection. I really have been liking it, and if you're someone who's in search of a very nice warm tone, it's quite similar to the Urban Decay Naked Heat palette kind of colors, but these colors are so beautiful, especially if you're someone who wears a lot of ethnic colors. This has a lot of beautiful shades that could easily go very well hand in hand for Indian ethnic outfits. So this is such an amazing buy, and this was one of the recent high-end purchases for me, and I have noticed a huge difference when it comes to drugstore range of eyeshadow palettes and comparatively put next to a Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow. This has no match to it. After applying the eyeshadows, I would usually transition into applying eyeliner, and the best that I've actually tried so far, and it's really affordable. I believe it's priced at $18 or $16, correct me if I'm wrong. It's by NYX, and it's called the NYX Liquid Liner in Black, and I like the application tip. I find it really nice and easy to flick it out without any mess or difficulties. I have been really liking it. Unfortunately, I don't have that particular eyeliner that I'm speaking about, although I'm mentioning it in my favorites. It's just that either it's out of stock or you have to wait for it to come back. Either you see it or you don't see it. That's the kind of relationship a lot of people have with that eyeliner, because it's really good, and the price point on that is really a huge plus. So moving on to mascaras, generally I love the mascaras from Essence Cosmetics, basically because of the price tag. They have an amazing range of mascara that gives you volume, curl, hold and length, and they have really extremely budget-friendly price points. So Essence Cosmetics mascara is for the win. For the lower waterline, I preferably am sticking to the Rimmel London Scandalized range of Kohl Kajal pencil, and they are really long wearing and they don't tug on your lower waterline, don't skip, and they glide like butter on a hot knife. That's how I can best describe the Kohl Kajal, because it doesn't tug, it doesn't tickle my waterline, and they are also, I want to say, about a very affordable price range, and you would be able to find them at the Watson's personal care stores. I don't use a lot of blushes in my makeup tutorials and in my real life, so I would not be able to recommend a blush that I love. Recent one that I've been really gravitating towards has got to be the Makeup Revolution Ultra Pro Glow. The only reason is because when I have this palette in my hand, I feel like I don't have to double think, or just the decision making process to complete the whole makeup look is so much more easier, because it has a variety of shades that you can choose from, and you can best decide just putting it side by side to your face and see the color combo that you've already decided. And yes, Ultra Pro Glow palette by Makeup Revolution has been my jam. And for contour, I just have been alternating between the Bahama Mama bronzer and Benefit's Hoola bronzer for the longest time ever. If you have been watching my videos for a very long time, you probably would know already. Then I would go ahead and move on to lipsticks or lip combos, and a liquid lipstick that I've been really liking and have been wearing it a lot off camera has got to be the Mela Cosmetics liquid lipsticks. It's a local Singaporean brand, and I love that it's made with the thought of including women of color. I have been really liking them. I feel like the color are quite easy to use and decide upon because of the color combinations that are usually in our Indian ethnic wear. When it comes to lining my lips just before I apply liquid lipsticks, NYX, Essence and Mina Cosmetics have some of my favorite lip pencils. They are very smooth on the lips, they glide on like really nice and smooth and creamy, and I like that they have a range of different colors so that you can have a better match to your lips, whatever lip shades that you are going to be putting on your lips. And for setting spray, I would usually not set my face down as quickly. I would preferably just blot it down with a clean and clear all blotting sheet. That's something that I don't have it with me right now. I would usually just pat it down, and then maybe about half an hour later when I get my girl ready, and then I will go in with the Urban Decay's All Nighter spray, just a few quick spritz. I feel like with oily skin, so long you're exposed to sun and sudden air-conditioned environments, the oil glands just happen to do its thing, and I feel like it could never get the oil glands to be under control. But something that has been really helpful has been the clean and clear oil blotting sheets, and I really hope you enjoy hearing and while I share about my 2017's beauty favorites. If you enjoy watching this video, then don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed already, please go ahead and click the subscribe button down this video. Make sure to click on the bell icon next to it, because I don't want you to be missing out on any new uploads from my channel. I shall see you in my next video, guys.